Hey everyone, it's Leo Young here with Impressive Talks and Thoughts, episode 11, and today I'll be talking about Savitar's prophecy from the last episode of The Flash. So if you were there, we all saw when they had him strapped down to that chair, and he was just going off about the future Flash, and all of what he did. And one thing Savitar said was a prophecy of future events to come. And what he said was, one shall betray you, one shall fall, and one shall suffer a fate worse than death. So, in my video today, I'm basically going to be talking about who I personally think fits the criteria for each one of these spots. So, let's start off with the first one. One shall betray you. And the answer to that one is too many options. I've seen far too many reasons for each person on Team Flash to betray one another, even if it's in the smallest way, like how Cisco gave up Barry's name to to Snart, or the largest way, how freaking no wait, who was it? Well, Tom Cavanaugh as the original Harrison Wells, which was Eobard thought, you know what I mean. Now, one obvious option, of course, are, well, not one, two obvious options are Caitlin and Wally. We've seen Caitlyn go through the Killer Frost issue, but if you've seen like the Flash trailer for the next episode coming up, episode 9, I don't really remember it. Uh, Links down in the description below if you want to take a break to see it. You see that Barry isn't very pleased with Wally being a speedster like himself. Wally did something he didn't like, shadow Barry the right way, and Barry got after him. Everyone else was down with it, but Barry wasn't. So I can understand that Wally would hold some resentment towards Barry until later on, where he takes up that mantle of the Flash instead of Kid Flash. So moving on to One Shall Fall, Joe or Iris. That I know it sounds pretty basic if Iris died, mainly because we saw Savitar kill her in the future. But Savitar sees their destinies, but there's no real way for us to know how he meant that, you know? And what I mean by that is, can Savitar actually see the set path in the future, which is leading to where he saw before? Like, now Barry planned to throw the box into the Speed Force. Can Savitar, well, did he see that coming? And if he did, what happens next? Or does he, like, only know the original future that was supposed to happen with this whole war that Barry's talking about? Like a metahuman war that's apparently supposed to happen in the future. If it's the second one, then Savitar is getting an old or distorted information. He sees that someone's going to die, or he thinks someone's going to die, but Flash is going to stop it. So, in another way to say that, there's really no way to say if anyone is going to die. In fact, if you look at it, there's no real way to say if he's even talking about death at all. There's other ways you can view one shall fall. One shall fall either in death or one shall fall in the name of legacy. If Batman is to fall, he doesn't have to die, it's just that he lost big time. So if it's like that, he can pretty much say Flash. And the final prophecy was, one shall suffer a fate worse than death. My answer was Caitlyn. I was originally going to put Barry Allen on this list because he's gone through almost as much shit as Oliver has in 1/3 of the time. And he's still got a lot more to do. Remember future Barry warned and Rip about Flashpoint? Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if you past Barry changed the past, and future Barry pretty much gets hit with it and goes like, okay, I've seen what my past self has done. There's a war coming. Arrow has been doing this for 9 years. Flash has been doing this for 3. He's had to deal with knowing that his greatest ally is also his greatest threat, who killed his mother and gave him his powers. He has to learn about Caitlyn becoming Killer Frost. All of this stuff happening, and then he sees Iris is going to die. All of this stuff happening. He has all of these abilities. He's going through, just like I said, almost as much shit as Oliver does. He's just not dealing with magic until we get Zatanna. And I'm not saying we're getting her, but if we do, I'll be pleased. Now, for Caitlyn, we saw that her Killer Frost persona, Caitlyn acts as if she and it are two different people, similar to how Magenta and Frankie were. Like how it was a dual personality thing. Frankie would take over and push Magenta to the back, but Magenta would come up and push Frankie to the back. And the reason I say that Caitlyn fits the one shall suffer a fate worse than death is because, okay, so The deal is I suffer from sleep paralysis from time to time, you know? And you know what that is. It's absolute hell. For some people. Some other people get off on it. Weirdos. So I can see that if Killer Frost is to take over, Caitlyn would still be alive, albeit forced to sit back and watch as she does things she feared, as she becomes the thing she feared becoming the most, wraps her body and kills her friends all around her. Like, what could be worse? Being dead or being a monster against your will? You know? Uh, I guess the another version would be zombies. People keep saying, "Oh, zombies. When you become a zombie, you're dead, but your body comes back." Well, what if that's not true? What if becoming a zombie, you are reanimated, alive, but your body is being controlled? Better example, because I guess you would still call them zombies. The Last of Us infected. They're still alive for a while. They see what's going on. That's why they jerk and make noises. That's before the clickers, I mean. That's why they jerk and make noises, because they know they're still alive. But they can't do anything about it. It would almost be like that. That is a fate worse than death. And wrapping it all up, we really can't be too sure what the hell Savitar was going on about. Alright, just one thing I've realized about the Flash fans is we managed to make up some very extreme and wide ranging theories, and more than enough, parts of individual theories out of the longest are connected together to create the real answer. Okay, that make probably made no sense. In a less in a basic term, there's a good percent that a part of my theory or something in my theory, even though it's incredibly small, when combined with someone's theory like Pagey or J-Roar's, could be the actual truth to what Savitar has coming. With that being said, I'm going to end the video here. But don't forget to like it, leave your own talks and thoughts in the comments down below, share with friends and family, and hit that subscribe button. Only takes about 5 seconds and it shows the crew over here at Impressive Graphics some support. And hey, don't forget to keep looking through other people's theories. Finding pieces that sound right and making your own map, you know? Maybe you'll be the one to figure it out. Anyways, I'm Leo Young with Impressive Graphics, and I'll see you tomorrow with my heat wave theory about Captain Cold. Bye bye!